Hello everyone, this is Hero here, and welcome to another King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Online video. Okay, today's topic, there's a few things I want to touch on. Okay, I'm a little late, I know, because I have to redo this video because of some information that what I've gotten during my research was not really correct. So instead of editing the video, I just decided to just re-record the whole thing again. Okay, so apologies for my lateness. Okay, so yesterday, okay, there was a patch that dropped into the Asia server. Okay, so basically, what patch is it? Okay, the patch resolves one thing. Okay, basically is Ignis passive skill. Okay, previously Ignis was not able to remove debuffs from allies. Okay, so with yesterday's patch, this ability is working now. Okay, basically now Ignis is able to remove debuff from allies. Okay, that's one. Number two is they have added in Angel's fighters profile. Okay, so meaning to say that Angel will be coming to the Asia server very soon. Okay, another important thing that has just dropped into the patch, okay, is the 8 elements, okay, or gates, if you guys would like to call it. Certain characters, they have unlocked the elements up to the 4th element, which is thunder element. Okay, so I'm going to go through just a few characters which I feel is important. Okay, the other characters, they are not that strong even with the elements unlocked, so I will not touch on them. Okay, so let's start with the first character. Okay, Yuri. Okay, let's look at his effects preview. Okay, for leg element, okay, basically you will improve his armor breaker, which is his passive. Okay, you will become max armor breaker. Okay, if you look at Yurui's current skill, armor breaker currently only reduces defense of all enemies by a certain percentage. Okay, but if you manage to unlock and max out leg element, you will unlock additional effects for his passive. Okay, let's take a look at it. When Yuri appears, if Q or next Q is in battle, okay, whether it's your own Q or next Q or enemies, it will increase own 30% crit power. Meaning to say, if Yuri crits, there will be an additional 30% crit power in his critical. Okay, and extra 200 rage when killing enemy. Okay, if Yuri manages to kill an enemy, he will gain back an extra 200 rage. Okay, so you guys can see his passive will become quite powerful. Okay, fire element, if I'm not wrong, will be the same for all fighters. Basically increases 6% more chance to cast skills. Let's look at thunder element. Okay, thunder element basically improves the skills of your fighter. Okay, so for Yuri, his skill is Deadly Flower. By default, Deadly Flower only gives you a 15% chance to stun the enemy. If you manage to unlock the thunder element, then you will have this. Okay, 50% chance to stun, which is already inside. Okay, and own 10% HP drain. Meaning to say his skill will have an additional 10% HP drain. Okay, so this is it for Yuri. Let's look at Q now. Okay, for Q, his passive Indestructible basically increases the attack for all your allies by a certain percentage. Under 8 elements, if you manage to unlock the leg element, if you manage to fulfill the max level, okay, if Yuri or Crazy Yuri is in battle, either enemies or yours, it will increase own 30% control free for 2 rounds, which means that for 2 rounds, Q will have additional 30% control free, so he won't be controlled that easily. With 200 rage increase in the first round, means at the start of the round, the first round, Q will get an additional 200 more rage. Okay, let's look at Thunder Element. Thunder Element for the skill right now for Q only does damage and burning damage, that's it. If you manage to unlock Thunder Element and level it up to max, to get max Fireball, basically give you an additional 100 rage restoration. Okay, every time he uses his skill, you get 100 more rage. Okay, the next character I want to touch on is Mai. Okay, Mai is a bit special. Okay, let me cancel the ability here. Okay, for Mai's, oops, where is she? Okay, for Mai's skill, okay, her Bewitch skill, okay, this is her original skill, reduces attack of male fighters by 438. This is a level 73. This is not by percentage, this is just by a certain amount only. Okay, but look at her 8 elements. If you manage to max out the Lake element, what will happen? Okay, her Bewitch skill basically cannot stack with Orochi Sherman's Bewitch or Orochi Leona's Blood Frenzy. Okay, cannot be stacked. So if you put in Mai, you cannot put in Orochi Leona or Orochi Sherman. You can, but their passive won't stack. Okay, increase own 40% rage restore speed, meaning to say Mai's rage restore speed will increase by additional 40%. She will regain rage faster. Also increase allies 100 rage whenever Mai dies. If Mai dies, she will give everyone additional 100 rage. Okay, and take a look at this. Okay, after you max out the Lake element, her Bewitch passive, instead of this amount, it will become percentage. Look, 15.2%. Okay, let me activate this skill for it because I already maxed out the level for the Lake element for Mai. Okay, I use, so now it's in use. Okay, you guys can see, look. Okay, the description has changed. Look at this part. At level 73, this becomes 15.2%. Percentage is, of course, always higher than a number. Okay, so normally, right now, most players that is training Mai will start to replace Mai with Orochi Sherman. Okay, Orochi Sherman, you will take her out, you will replace her with Mai. Okay, Mai will become a very strong character. This is why I say Mai, after the elements have opened up for her, she will become a very strong fighter. Okay, let's look at her Thunder element. Okay, her skill for Thunder element, okay, right now only gives her 100 rage restoration. Okay, but what happens if you max out her skill? Okay, instead of 100 rage, it will now restore 200 rage. On top of that, this skill will do additional 70% damage boost against tank fighters. Okay, so this skill will hit tank fighters and damage them by 70% more. Okay, so the last character which I want to talk about, okay, regarding this topic is Orochi. Okay, Orochi is the first boss that they have opened up to Thunder element. Okay, Orochi is the first boss. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, Lake element. Okay, his current passive Assault only gives ally gang fighters control. Increases, basically lets your gang fighters increase the chance to control by 8.7%. This is at level 68. Okay, let's look at his Lake element for max Assault. Increase allies fighters control and the 8 elites 20% control free in battle. When Orochi appears, if allies have more than 2 of the 8 elites, it will control own 10%, not control, it will increase own 10% ultimate damage for 2 rounds. Okay, this whole sentence is confusing as heck. Okay, you guys will be thinking, what is the 8 elites? Who are they? Okay, frankly speaking, I'm also a bit confused. Why? Because nowhere in this game, okay, talks about the 8 elites. Okay, if you are not a fan, especially of the King of Fighters series, you will be even more confused by this. Okay, but don't worry, I try to explain it, okay, as much as I can. The 8 elites, okay, refers to the following characters: Gyunitz, Shermay, Yashiro, Chris, Mature, Vice, Yamazaki, and the last character, which is called Gaido. Okay, but these 8 characters that I just named, they are from the official story. Okay, Gaido is the last character, but Gaido was never an official character in the game because he died even before King of Fighters, the Orochi saga came about. Okay, he died very long ago. Okay, so without him, you only counts as 7 characters. Okay, so how are you going to get the 8 elites in this game? Okay, I'm guessing. Okay, I may be wrong. Okay, I'm guessing. You can count in the Orochi part for the new phase team. We need to say Orochi Chris, Orochi Shermay, and Orochi Yashiro. Okay, these 3 characters, you can count them in. Okay, so you can pick and choose any of these characters to form up to take them as the 8 elites. Okay, but then again, if you look at this passive, it's very unlikely you will have all 8 elites character in your team. Okay, so as long as you have at least 2, okay, wrong, more than 2 of the 8 elites in your team, okay, this ability basically gives your whole team 20% control free. Okay, on top of that, it will increase Orochi's ultimate damage by 10% more for 2 rounds. Okay, so the first part of this skill, okay, 20% control free, okay, you do not need to have more than 2 8 elites in your team for this to happen. Okay, as long Orochi is in play or you got any of the 8 elites in your team, this 20% control free effect will still be given to your team. Okay, the second part is different. If you have more than 2 of the 8 elite members in your team, then Orochi will have 10% more ultimate damage for 2 rounds. Okay, so I hope this explanation is clear to you guys. Okay, if I'm wrong, please let me know. Okay, because there's no official explanation about this 8 elites in the game itself, so I'm picking from the official story. Okay, and also some of my clubmates from what they think and their views. So this is the explanation for this passive. Okay, so let's look at his skill. Okay, right now Orochi's skill, okay, black projectile basically gives when he hits a target, there's a 20% chance to stun that target. Okay, second part of it says 60% more damage against tank fighters. Okay, so for the thunder element, max black projectile. Okay, 20% chance to seal enemies. I'm not sure what they mean by seal up. I think it's the same as stun. Okay, and 60% damage boost against tank fighters. Okay, it's the same. You guys can see, it's the same, but they added in one more line. What is it? If the enemy has only 1 fighter, it will increase 50% more damage, this skill. Okay, so we need to say that if your opponent has only one fighter left, and at the same time that fighter is also a tank fighter, this skill will do 60% plus 50% damage, or total 110 damage to that tank fighter. Okay, so this is the explanation for Orochi. Okay, so these are the 4 characters that I will be touching on, okay, for this video. In the future, when more elements have been unlocked for the other fighters, I will touch on those more important fighters and those worthwhile mentioning. Okay, so the last thing, what am I gonna do? Okay, basically I want to do this. Give me a minute. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, I'll do a quick setup. Okay, so basically what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna do cancel tasty buns. Okay, so let's start. Just to show you guys how I do this, okay? You only can do this on your PC, running BlueStacks or Nox or some other Android emulator. Okay, they have changed the tabs. The maximum now you can go up to is 300. Any more than 300, you will get 0 gold. So I try not to overshot. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so gonna wait another 2 minutes plus. Okay, but never mind. Just to show you guys how I do cancel eat buns. Okay, basically I use this software called the auto clicker. Okay, you can download it anywhere. You just Google auto clicker, then you download this very small software. You just need to set the click interval to 50 milliseconds. Then you just hit F6, you will just click automatically very fast. Okay, so this is how I so-called do this event on the PC. Okay, so this is it for today's video. Hope you guys learn something, and hope you guys are looking forward to the elements, or you can call it the gates feature for the global server in the future. Okay, so I see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.